Family, what's going on? It is Kyle Henderson of Bama Football on YouTube. I appreciate y'all being here. Thank you so much for joining me on this Feel Good Friday show. I hope that you're off to an amazing start, and I hope that this week has treated you great, right? I mean, you get kind of to the back end of February. It starts to get exciting because you start to think about spring football, right? It's kind of like grasp away, and I think you have some basketball who's certainly turning it up. That basketball game, I still can't get over it from Wednesday night. That's probably the best basketball game that I've seen in quite some time. I mean, down by 14, be able to come out on the other side, winning double overtime. They should have went to triple overtime, really. So yeah, that was certainly exciting, and I appreciate it. So, up on the screen right here is Broderick from Inside the Comment Box. He came out today to get the workout in, and he survived. And it was a relay style workout this morning down in downtown Tuscaloosa. So he came out, got the work in, got some fellowship, got some prayer. So everybody give it up to our boy Broderick. And today's message was kind of just being about being a witness, right? And kind of like serving and keeping your eyes open from a spirituality perspective. And I love it. It's like every single day that you get an opportunity to take a little bit, closer in your spiritual journey, I think is all the positive. So that's something that, we always do. But the crazy thing was, as you pointed out, the Oscar Mayer, and I have no idea why this is happening, but the Oscar Mayer Wiener truck is here. It's in downtown Tuscaloosa, and it's been there all week because we worked out there on Tuesday, and it was there like posted up. And from time to time, even from last year and the year before, I can remember, like sometimes the hot dog truck just like rolls through. I don't know why. It's there. There's no one in it. And I had to say this, and my dad was asking me about the Oscar Mayer Wiener truck. He was like, well how, I think the biggest way to describe kind of the size, it's bigger than a fire truck. And, it like goes up on the side. So, yeah, we got it in, and thanks for coming out, Broderick. I appreciate you, bro. Certainly good people, and, came out to roll out. So if you're in Tuscaloosa and you want to get some fellowship, you want to, get the workout in, certainly hit me up, come out, get the workout in, and I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And Broderick, my boy, good to break some fellowship today. I'm starting to, I'm starting to get Olympic fever a little bit, kind of on the back end. I don't even know when the Olympic ends, probably, here soon. But I've been watching more of the Olympics. I've been thinking about it. I was like, what? And my parents, I talk to my mom and my dad every day. They love the Olympics. So I was like, I want to kind of get some Olympic in me. And so the women's hockey team, they won the gold medal, right? They beat Canada 2-1, golden goal, right? That's as exciting as it gets. So they win the gold medal, and that's exciting. So we celebrate that. And you know what? I started looking kind of where the USA is in terms of like the rankings. They're climbing up, right? So I don't know, do they finish with the most gold medals or wherever the standings are? I don't know. But the gold medal yesterday was huge for the women's hockey team. So we celebrate that. And it's always, like one of the best things is always to see like people draped in like an American flag. I don't know what it is. It's just like I like to see that, I love the camaraderie of it. So women's hockey, with the dub, and we'll see if the men's can do it. I'm gonna talk about them here in a second because they play Slovakia today in the semifinals. You also have Alyssa Liu, right? She won a gold medal, which is interesting about this. She's the first woman from the United States to win a gold medal since 2002. Isn't that crazy? Since 2002? That's when your boy was a senior in high school. So Alyssa Liu with the gold medal. I turned on the Olympics yesterday, and I saw them. I don't know what this was, but, man, they were climbing up this hill like on skis. Did you see this? They were climbing up the hills, and then they had to ski down it. It was crazy. So congratulations to Alyssa Liu, who brings in a gold medal. And then here's kind of the count right now, where we're at. The United States was 17 gold medals. Whoa, Norway. Right? Norway getting it in. 17 gold medals? We had 27 overall. Norway, 36. Has anybody ever been to Norway? What about Italy? A lot of people probably been to Italy. You got Germany, France, right? But Norway up at the top. See if the United States can kind of close the gap. Today at 2 p.m., all right, you got USA and Slovakia. taking place in men's hockey. This is a semifinal matchup. We'll see if the United States, look, the United States hasn't won a gold medal in hockey since what? Since forever. So semifinals, we'll see if they can get it done as well. So that's kind of where we lead off today. Giving a shout out to our boy Broderick inside the comment box for getting the workout in. And then the United States as they continue to try to climb in the Winter Olympics, now trailing Norway. All right, so appreciate you guys rolling through. Let's give some AM shout outs. Let's see who's up in the crib today. I appreciate you guys always rolling through on Feel Good Friday. We got Miss Amanda Jane. What's up? She says, finally Friday, 100%. Most Sleepful. What's up? Beautiful day at the fam. Yeah, 100%. Young C, good to see you. Broderick, one more time, bro. Good to see you, man. Crystal Jones, thank you very much for being here. Patriotic. We got Cody up in the house. We got Kimberly. We got William High Note. We have Bot Ricks. What's up, Bot Ricks? Good to see you, man. We have Miss Anna coming to us from the ATL. We got Chris G. We got Chris from New Jersey. All right. We have Chad Kennedy, Smitty J. Hertz. Chad's been here for a long time, man. Good to see you, Chad. Hope all is going well. We have Marquise Washington. What's up, Marquise? Good to see you, man. We have Robert Bradley Jr. We have Cam Mitch, 1991, coming to us from Cali. We're out in Cali. I love me some Cali. Cody, what's up, man? Jackson Rockhold, good to see you. Good morning to you. Roll Tide to you, brother. Let's see who else we got. Patronic, did we say hi to you? Good to see you, bro. Joe Will, man, what's up? How you doing this morning? Give us your take on this Feel Good Friday. And then we have, we have Jeff 0608 became a fan funder. Yeah, he says, morning, Bammy. Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you so much, Jeff. Appreciate you supporting the product right here on Bama Football on YouTube. Army 32. What was it, Army? Is it Army 23275? I don't know why the usernames never came back. Remember we used to have different usernames and then it just changed? Jackson's coming to us from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Did you change your username or do we have someone else in Fort Wayne, Indiana? Wesley Gordon, what's up, man? Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Mystery is saying, yee, what's up, man? And then we have Thomas up in the building as well. So thank you so much for everybody joining the program today on Bama Football on YouTube. All right? Yeah. Yo, Joe, I guess Joe's mom's doing good? Good. Yeah, that's what I thought. It was Army 3275. That's what I thought. Okay. Good to hear everything's going well for your mom. All right. Yo, did you see this, family? All right. So this is just in, literally before I got on the show. Kurt Signetti got a new contract. Again, they have redone his contract, I think, twice within the last 2 seasons. I think originally they bumped him up to like 11, what was it, 11.2, 11.5 or something like that. And then they just redid it again. So his new deal for Kurt Signetti, Indiana's football coach, will be $13.2 million through. Wow, that's a long time, right? Look, that's going to be long, basically for forever. Let me edit that, man. So Kurt Signetti, they're definitely hooking him up. He's going to be there for almost eternity on our graphics. So it's 2033. Yo, how old are we going to be till 2023, right? Shoot, man. That's a while. They want him here for a long time. It doesn't even look like he has a gray hair on him, right? How isn't Signetti like, what is he? He's like 60-some, right? I know. I put this photo, for a little bit more effect. I pulled it up. I was like, yeah, this is the photo that we want to go with. So I was thinking about it. Wesley says afterlife contract. Yo, some of these places in Italy are incredible that they built, right? Man, absolutely wonderful facilities. So I was thinking about this, okay? Stay with me here. We got 48 on. I appreciate you guys. 48. Holy cow. Thank you so much. And the Wake Up Bama, man, Wake Up Bama, shoot, we're like this, man, we're going to keep on going. It's been a little light. I got it. I don't know where everybody went. I don't know. But we got 53 on, which I really appreciate. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's always fun to talk Alabama football, regardless of, how many people are on, I guess. So thank you so much. 53 people watching. Thank you. I appreciate it. So Indiana, redid his contract after 2 years. And I thought it was kind of interesting because they did his contract and then A&M also did Elko's contract, right? So, like, you have two guys that got contract kind of like extensions, or they redid them, and DeBoer is kind of right in between them, right? Because DeBoer, I think, Cignetti's won. I can pull it up real quick because I'm curious how many games he's won within the first 2 seasons. It's something ridiculous that he's won because, and look, I don't want to take away anything from what Indiana has done, but at the same point, like, I think the Big Ten schedule overall is super easy outside of like 4 games. So he's won 27 games in 2 seasons. DeBoer has won 20. Mike Elko has won 19. And those are the most for the Power 4 out of, the entire college football landscape. And I think, if DeBoer was coaching in the Big Ten, with Bama, he'd probably have 25 wins, right? He 27, 25. I mean, I'm just going to say this, and this might make people really upset, but I think, playing Northwestern, playing, Purdue, playing some of these, Big Ten teams, Iowa, come on. Like, it's just, they're not the same, right? I think Alabama's schedule is much harder. With that said, Indiana was much better football team. But how good would Alabama be if they didn't play a week in, week out grind in the SEC? I think that's certainly something up for debate. But that's just hypothetical. But I kind of like tie it back to, us talking about them doing something with DeBoer's contract. And I guess they're not going to, which is fine. It's just, Indiana got really aggressive because that's their guy. Texas A&M got really aggressive because that's their guy. Alabama still sitting on their contract, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just like when you kind of see that Indiana did something and A&M did something, you're looking at DeBoer and you're like, well, what is Alabama going to do? And it's not like Alabama's, broke or anything. They could offer him the biggest contract. So I don't know. I just find it kind of interesting just to track and to see if they're going to do anything. Maybe they will. I don't know. Do you think anything happens to DeBoer's contract between now and the start of the season, or do they just keep it kind of status quo? Because I think DeBoer is making like 10.2 or something like that with incentives. So he probably finished out the year, I think, like, I don't know, $10 million, maybe almost $11 million for incentives. So yes or no, do you think that DeBoer has anything done to his contract before the season? I guess, I don't know. I probably say no right now. And we kind of go into year 3 with, it's a good contract overall, right? It's not like, he's making 10.2, right? And we kind of see where it's at, and maybe something changes, but I don't think so. I do feel, though, after this season, depending, if they take a step forward or he continues to, have an upward trajectory, that it'll get done really quickly. And I think, should Alabama get to the quarters again, semifinals, whatever it is, and they show consistency and things have improved, they'll change it up, right? And Jackson says he really hasn't done anything to warrant a pay raise. Yeah, I would probably agree with that, right? He's done better year over year, but in terms of like redoing that contract, probably not yet. Which is, it's not a knock on him. It's like, it's just he's got a good contract, right? Patriot Life, he's been a live show sponsor he's been a member for 25 months. Patriot Life, man, thank you so much, bro. You've been here a long time, man. We appreciate you. It's been good to meet you too, Patriot Life. We were able to break bread a couple years ago, here for the spring game. So, let me know if you're coming back down, man. Maybe we'll get together on that day. It's just kind of hard for me to do things during like a game day because I do so much stuff from here. But if you guys are willing to come in like on a Friday and do something on a Friday, then we could definitely do something on a Friday. Just probably not a Saturday. Because I need to be here for like, my studio and to do all that sort of stuff. But I would imagine that the game isn't live. So which means that I probably go to the game. So I don't know. We'll figure all that out as we kind of, go forward. But probably with it not being on TV, we'll probably we'll just do a meetup on Saturday. So we'll figure it out. Yeah, because I know King's Family Reacts will come. Patriot Life will roll through, and a bunch of other people inside the comment box, right? So we'll figure it out as we go through. So I think kind of getting back to Cignetti, good for him, good for Indiana. We know what's going on with DeBoer. You just got everybody's watching year 3, and rightfully so, right? So we'll check it out and hope for the best for Alabama. All right. So I thought it was interesting yesterday that the University of Alabama they put together a video on Reuben Foster, right? Did you see this? Check it out. It's cool. And I was thinking, like, why? Like, what? He has, he's got ties to the program, clearly. He's one of the greatest, right? I think a lot of people feel there's better linebackers than him, like, overall, like, more complete. But no one can deny that he was a wrecking ball, right? And, like, kind of the mentality and, like, what he brought, right? He's obviously one of the best. But I was thinking about it. I was like, I wonder why they did that. Like, because there's no ties to this current coaching staff. So is it more just kind of like highlighting people from the past? Or is it about like kind of showing kind of like mindset of what it takes to be great? You know, like what, like this is the mentality of the guys that we used to have? Or are they kind of showing this is kind of where we want to go? I don't know. Jackson says inside the comment box, I think Alabama is sending out a message to stay here. Don't transfer and build your value at Alabama. Okay, interesting point. Yeah, because I was like, it's a cool series and I like it. But I was like, really has like, and then I started thinking, I was like, is there anybody on this team, yes or no, with this type of mentality or playmaking ability on the defensive side of the ball? Is there anybody that can kind of match that? Is there like a Rueben Foster on this team? It doesn't have to be at like inside linebacker, but do you feel that there's some guys that are like Rueben Foster on this team? Do you feel like there's a guy like Devontae Smith on this team? Do you feel like there's a guy that has kind of that mentality that is, can do the ultimate to get Alabama where they need to go? I don't know. I mean, to be honest, I would probably say no right now. That changes. You have leadership. You have guys who are, super hungry. Jay says Dre Kirkpatrick Jr. Okay. Yeah. A lot. I'm telling you, there isn't a video that I don't post, man, that people are like, that he's probably the most anticipated player that people are excited for, Dre Kirkpatrick. Do you think that Dre Kirkpatrick, along with the mentality, do you think that he starts this year? Do you think that he starts over Red Morgan? Or do you think he starts at safety? Right? What do you guys think? I'm curious about that. Because I kind of like on my make-believe depth chart, I have Red Morgan as a starter. Owen says, what's up, Owen? Good to see you, brother. He says NIL has ruined the mindset of kids coming out of high school. Interesting. Right? I would agree with that. I think kind of it's created entitlement, right? It's created like I'm going to get paid already instead of like I need to like turn it up and do everything possible to increase my value. Like but I think like high school kids are like, I already have value. I'm going here, so I'm already going to get paid, right? So Wade has Red starting. Okay, so where will Kirkpatrick play then? Where do you guys have Dre Kirkpatrick starting at? I'm really curious because everybody's talking about him, but like where? Where is he going to start? I'm just curious. I'm not saying you guys are wrong. I'm just saying, where is he going to start? I just want to see what you guys say inside the comment box. I'm curious about it. So who will Dre Kirkpatrick start over? Okay, because he can't. We can just go through the entire secondary. Okay, is he going to start over Xavier Brown at corner? No, not Dejon Lee. Red Morgan, Bray Hubbard, Jari Edwards, Keon Sabb. Mike says in the dime package. And Daniel has Jari starting over Keon Sabb. So Keon Sabb just came back just for like That's going to be an interesting one with Keon Sabb on the bench, right, coming back after 900 snaps, being behind Jari Edwards. Shoot, man, Jari Edwards, this guy, that might happen. You imagine? That's the younger guys on this team. I'm telling you, as I started kind of doing, I don't know if you guys have watched the last 2 podcasts that I put up or whatever, but that sophomore class, man, they're so good. And a lot of these freshmen coming in, man, these recruiting classes are just loaded by DeBoer. I got speed skating on right now. Right? Let's see. Owen says, I don't think he starts, though. He will, yeah, for sure. And you know what? Drake could play over 400 snaps, which is a lot. You don't have to be like a starter. So I personally don't think he'll be a starter right now. I think in different formations he could be. But, man, when Dre was playing, the one thing that stood out to me was just his physicality. He might be, and I know we got Bray Hubbard as kind of like the hardest hitter or whatever. But I think that Drake Kirkpatrick might play with the most kind of velocity, which says a lot because Red Morgan's flying all over as well. You know what? I like speed skating. This is like a one-on-one speed skating. I like the speed skating where there's like 6 people out there. Man, these dudes are flying. All right, so I don't know. Like, is there a guy with the mentality of Ruben Foster on this team? Probably not. Can we get there? Hopefully. I mean, you kind of look at the face of like Daryl Duke Johnson, man. That I keep thinking about that photo. I'm like, man, if these guys are already kind of at that spot right now, that's good for me, right? I'm feeling that. I like that type of energy. All right. Also in the news, I saw Jalen Milroe did a podcast with Terran Arnold and Patrick Surtain, right? It's cool. Everybody has a YouTube show now, even the former players. So Terran Arnold and Patrick Surtain interviewing Jalen Milroe. And Milroe said that he was offered $2.5 million to leave after Saban retired. So, man, that 2.5, and he decided to stay, right? And then he got drafted with the Seahawks. He didn't play last year, but he won a Super Bowl. So $2.5 million. And so then it got me thinking. I was like, wow, if he got paid 2.5 and then Ty got offered, or he got offered, right? Turned it down. 6.5, right? Didn't he get 6.5 from Miami or whatever? Think about what the next quarterback will be paid or offered. Like what, let's say, I don't know, Austin Mack or Keelan Russell or Jet Tamala or whoever the next guy is, right? What do you think that they'll be paid or like offered? If it was 2.5, 6.5, is it going to be like $13 million, $14 million? I don't know. He didn't say Rocket Town. But, you know, Ty Simpson said he got offered what? From Miami, Ole Miss, and I think Tennessee. Those are some teams that I can think about. So some of you guys don't believe it. I don't know. I think my point is I think it only goes up. I think it's going to be like 12 to 15 million type, you know, and that's going to be a lot to turn down. But at the same point, if these guys are turning it down, they're probably getting paid close to that over here, right? I mean, I know there was a report out that said that Ty was making like $400,000 base, but he had like all these incentives to get him kind of like up to like $1 million or whatever. I don't know. It'll be interesting. I just think I'm like, wow, that's a lot of cheddar to turn down. And I'm so curious to see what happens with our quarterbacks with, you know, Austin Mack going to his 4th year. And if he rides the bench, you know, which I think a lot of people kind of feel, right, that he might be the guy that loses out and that Keelan Russell starts. I think if I could, I've asked you a million different times, you know, who's going to be the starter here. And again, it's always Keelan Russell. All right. So let's, we got 79 on. So let's spin the pinwheel. And then we'll see who wants to call. I do have to say, you know, if you guys would, on like the profanity aspect, I did get contacted by YouTube. There is like a bunch of checklists that I mean, they have like Systematics that listens to all the shows. And I did get an email regarding it. So it's like it can't be like an all the time thing. So I would appreciate that. You know, you're welcome to start your own show and to do your own thing. But like, this is how I get by. So I'd appreciate you guys kind of keeping that in mind. You know, feel free to be passionate and stuff like that. It's just like we can't have a show that's just like laced with profanity, like, and it can't be like a frequent thing because, you know, I did get contacted for them from the Wednesday show. So, all right, coming up next, we got the pinwheel. We will spin it, and we'll be right back on Bama Football on YouTube. Appreciate you guys. All right, family. Let's spin the pinwheel. I think we got a few people in. This is there wasn't a lot of people, but that's fine. But it'll make it more competitive. So, all right, good luck to everybody on the pinwheel. This is for the OG hoodie. All right. So remember, if you win the hoodie, contact me inside the comment box. I'll give you my email. This is it if you win. Okay. And good luck to everybody for the pinwheel. Okay, guys, ready? 3, 2, 1. All right, good luck. Good luck. Spin it. All right, good luck, everyone. Let's see what we got. Gelato. Oh my goodness. I think Gelato's a first-time winner. Yo, Gelato, email me, please. Congratulations, Gelato. I think Gelato was like a late ad. So, Gelato, you won the hoodie. Congratulations, brother. We love you. We appreciate it. Gelato's been here for a long time, too. So, thank you so much, Gelato. We appreciate you. Definitely email me when you can. All right? I'll put my email inside the comment box. Gelato, congratulations, brother. All right. Today's pretty much, it's a Feel Good Friday show. So, I'm going to open up the phone lines. It's your show. You have a question, you want to sound off on something, feel free. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being here and kicking with me today on Bama Football on YouTube. So with that said, call-in line is open, 205-850-1994. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today on Friday. Yeah, and I'm thinking about, we had, the watch-along for basketball was so fun. So I'll keep you guys posted tomorrow. If we're going to do a watch along for basketball. Now, come like the SEC tournament in March Madness, we'll do a watch along for all of those games. Saturday, tomorrow, I'll kind of see where I'm at. Yo, truth be told, Lacey tried out yesterday. She had an audition for Sound of Music. So we're waiting on a callback, which could be on Saturday evening. She'll have to go back and do like her final tryout. So it might kind of, so depending on like my parenting schedule, because I'm the one who does it all the time, right? I'm really like, I'm I'm all the kids like have. So here, so so I do a lot of the parenting, which is fine. So we'll see how it turns out. But yeah, she's really excited, 100%. So hopefully, we can get it. All right, coming up next, we got Cody and we got Lucas. All right, here we go. Cody, what's up, man? Appreciate you being here, bro.
Hey, Kyle. How about you? How are you been?
Good to see you, man. Happy Friday, bro.
You too. I saw that picture. I love the picture with Broderick.
Yeah, Broderick, man. It was good to see him. I'm glad he came out, bro. Yeah, man. Good.
How's that workout then? How's the workout?
It was tough. Yeah, I'll let Broderick tell you inside the comment box. But he did good, man. Yeah, he killed it. So I'm glad he came out for some fellowship. So yeah, it was good. What you got for us today, Cody?
There's a few things I wanted to tell you about. One, I just got this off the. I mean, I'm in Florida. I don't think this guys will benefit you guys, but I know in Florida they passed a bill for high school coaching, to be paid now.
Okay.
So kind of now the for the Senate now it's kind of going to be like they're increasing the pay off of high school coaching, and now I think it's going to be a problem because a lot of high school coaching is going to be a diamond in the rough, and it's going to benefit mostly Central Florida, University of Central Florida, Miami, Florida State. It could benefit you got Alabama or Georgia and that sort of realm. The only problem is it's going to give more advantage to people in Florida for universities to put a boatload into a young coach in the work in Florida. Yeah, and that's why I'm like, okay, then if you're going to increase the pay, that means now NIL for young coaching in Florida is going to be through the roof.
Yeah,
and it's kind of a big problem now because now we've already got too much NIL for other universities, and look at Miami and everything. They got a boatload of money, and they're here just to spend on just that coach. And it that's one part. I wanted to talk to you about recruiting.
Okay.
From what I've known from recruiting. So Elijah Haven, the 2027 5-star, they said on On3 that Kentucky is now involved with him. He just took a trip out to Kentucky, and Mark Stoops and Will Stein, because Will Stein produces a bunch of quarterbacks for Oregon. He's not at Oregon anymore. He's at Kentucky with Mark Stoops as Will Stein, and he likes to visit at Kentucky. So now I think besides Florida and other people, Alabama and Kentucky is pretty much in it because right now a lot of these people that we're trying to go for, I mean, it's left and right, just like Indiana, Alabama, Texas A&M, Alabama, Florida, Alabama, Georgia, Alabama, Indiana, Texas A&M, Ohio State.
Yeah.
It's kind of a slugfest. The only problem is I just think now when everybody mentions, do we have another Rueben Foster? We don't, because I learned from a lot of athletes. I have friends who played football at South Alabama in 2019 through, their times. I always said this. I said, for people back in the 90s and early 2000s and Saban's time, the league has gotten softer just because of the NIL. There's no more like the Rueben Foster. There's no when they always said this in the 90s. If a quarterback holds the ball too much, he pays the price. When the running back runs up the middle, he pays the price. But the only problem is this: in this day and age, it is not so. Those hard hits that we used to all love for Alabama, really, that's why they Drake Kirkpatrick when they gave him a targeting foul. They don't want him to be like his daddy. His daddy hit harder like an 18-wheel on a highway. So in other cases, I think that's why we have so many targeting fouls is because the reason why is now the league doesn't want that anymore. They want that soft, more melon tone type hitting. They don't want that, I'm gonna give you CTE action. I feel bad because the reason why was that's what put people in seats to begin with,
Mm-hmm.
is that hard hit. I said a lot of people said, and football is a grown man sport. That's when you play the game, sign the contract. That's what you get. They're taking everything away from not just fans' perspectives and ticket sales and all this stuff. I just think that now in today's world, when you look at like college basketball is better than the NBA, just because the Lakers and the Celtics are not relevant anymore.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You look at football these days. Yes, everybody wants to go to the NFL. The problem is, a lot of people in the NFL says all these rookies
Mm-hmm.
are making more money than the people who's been 10 years in the league.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like us Bama fans need to know this, that right now, because of this day and state, when Saban retired, because that's when they changed the whole game. And I now know that I don't know why people still misconstrue the fact of Kalen DeBoer and Nick Saban and comparing them. It should have been Gene Stallings and Kalen DeBoer, because Kalen DeBoer and Gene Stallings have a similar win-loss record and can, he can win one title and still be in that bracket. Because let's just face it, you can't compare Bear Bryant and Nick Saban, because that's two different two stratosphere. The game has completely changed out of proportion for that stuff. The rules, the way it was, the grit, the toughness, all that.
Mm-hmm.
Now you look at Gene Stallings. I mean, he's 90 years old, God bless his soul. But him and DeBoer, they're both in the same win-loss when you look at it with coaching. The only thing is, Gene Stallings has one title. And so, I think DeBoer can win 2 or 3, but real less, he when people misconstrue Saban and DeBoer, I think it would have been like more Stallings and DeBoer more than Bear Bryant and Nick Saban and DeBoer, because you can't replicate that kind of stuff. The game has been passed by. That's just all I can tell you. This new stuff, I'm not a fan of it, but I mean, like, I've always liked that old school ball, but hey, it is what it is. I'm still a football fan. I'm still an Alabama fan. So but I mean, like, I just can't. Like, I love the sport. I love what's going on. The only problem is NIL has killed the way football would always be. It's not just the scheduling. It's not just because of the knowledge of what coaches bring. It's just because self-entitlement has killed the whole aspect of sports. Either you work your way up and get that kind of money, or here you get on a gold silver platter all that money and you don't work for it. Who's gonna? And people want to hire that type of person, and I just, I don't feel comfortable with it, and that's just how I feel. And I know some people in the comment section says, "How am I comparing him to Stallings?" How about
Cody? Dude, that's nearly 9 minutes, bro. I appreciate you calling in, man.
Sorry,
Call again next time. See ya. All right, Lucas. This is me, Lucas. Yo, Lucas, what's up, man?
What's up? This is me, Lucas, calling this from Georgia.
What's up, brother? Welcome to the show, man.
What's up? I mean, I get it, and I will agree with Cody. I agree with everything he said, and I like when Cody calls in because he tells it like it is. And I want to tell Cody, man, keep doing you, man. Keep calling in, keep speaking facts. And I like how you're doing it, man. Go, Cody. He's doing a very good job. I kind of learn a thing just from him when I call in. I kind of learn from him, and he's right. He's right. True facts, and that's the facts. So, a good job, Cody. So that's like I gotta say about that. That's right. There was never going to be another Reuben Foster. I have to say that, and there was not. And I think the only guy could come close is I'm talking about this year is more I watch Pierre, more I watch Bray Harbor, more I watch Red Morgan, more I watch Fitzpatrick, more. I think, and on the offensive side, I got Michael Carroll on the offense. Can be them guys. Can be like a Reuben Foster. Can be that. Do we have it? Yes, we do. I think we do have it. But the guy go out there and show it. But I think we do have it. I think we do. If you and you talking about Brett Harper last year, talking about Red Morgan just going and hitting people. That's what Reuben Foster used to do. What Reuben Foster did, hitting people. What is Brad Hubbard used to do? Hit people. Go and hit. Fitzpatrick, hit people. Pierre, when we did rush it, he did good. We got them guys on the field, especially the sophomore and freshman class. I love that. Do we have it? Yes, we do. I think we do have them guys. I think we do. So, what do you think?
Like me?
Yeah. What do you think about that?
I think that, like I've been saying, I like the sophomore class a lot. I think they're really good. I think the juniors, I counted up maybe 4 of those guys that I think could start, maybe 5 of them. The sophomore class is wicked good. These guys are just they're so talented. I think a lot of them will play. A lot of them did play last year. Those guys are going to be part of, who DeBoer is and kind of where he takes the team and kind of the identity of the guys. It's crazy to me, Dejoun Lee, Michael Carroll, Lazier Brooks, London Simmons, Keelan Russell, those guys are sophomores. That it's wild to me, man. I appreciate it, man. Well, anything else? This is me, Lucas.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
All right, thank you, brother. I appreciate you calling in, man. Thank you.
Alrighty.
All right, take it easy, man. All right, we got Cody, and this is me, Lucas. All right, yeah. 205-850-1994 is the call-in line number. Appreciate you guys kicking it with me. Yeah, good call, Cody. Good call, Lucas. My back-to-back Monday, Wednesday, Friday crew. We had someone else, but someone else dipped out. I think it was Mike out in Austin. Okay. So is this where we're at? You guys have any questions? Should we go to a question, a Q&A? All right, we'll put up a different screen. See if this works. Do you guys have any questions? Any comments? Smitty's talking about softball. Love me some softball. Right? What's up, Shay? Good to see you, brother. Hey, what's up, Miss Kimberly? Hey, Kyle, do you think Alabama wins the national championship or not? Ooh, I like Miss Kimberly just going right for the top. Man, I really think this is a tough question to answer for many different reasons. I think it's so hard to win a national championship right now, just with the landscape of college football. I do feel that Alabama has components to make a deep run, winning a championship. I don't know. My heart wants to always believe that they can do it. Man, I don't know. That schedule's tough. They have a hard road. The quarterback play should be really good. I guess, so they always say like defense wins championships, right? So I guess if the defense can stay intact and if that secondary can be absolutely as elite as we think they're going to be, and we have really good pass rush. I'm trying to think of like all the elements that like the Seahawks, Indiana, Miami had. Should be better on special teams. I think I'd be shocked if like this team isn't better than last year's team, right? I don't know. It'd be interesting. For right now, I guess I'm gonna say no, like this year, but I think they're gonna be a better team, right? And it's like all the offensive line, which I don't know. Anna, what's up? I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yeah, for the super chat. Yeah. All right. Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. What's up, Jarvis? Good to see you, brother. Jarvis says, I feel like DeBoer is walking on ice this year. If we don't, I agree, man. Year 3, you're telling the truth. We all know this. Year 3 is because like, what could, you're like, you've been here for 3 years. You've built it. These are your guys. These are your coaches, right? You've been acclimated to the SEC, right? It's like you're here. So like, what's the issue if you can't get it done? Now, with that said, man, the SEC too is just hard, bro, right? It's way easier to coach in the Big Ten. I get it. The Big Ten has won the last couple championships, and they dog-walked Alabama, and Alabama's lost to Michigan twice. But outside of that, the rest of the teams in the Big Ten are not very good. All the teams here are good. See, I think Daniel right here, bro, is like you can't have those blowout losses, right? The blowout losses are just too much. The blowout losses are just, those are the hardest to get past. You can't get past them because it's just, you're like, man, we like went belly up, right? Like, I've never seen Alabama be dominated like that before. You can't get past that very easy. Smitty, what's up, bro? Offensive line, huge question marks. I mean, nobody knows. The one thing that we know is like Michael Carroll returns, Rayson Delgado returns or is added to this team from the center position. He played a ton of snaps at Cal Poly. How is that going to transition over here? No idea. Jackson Lloyd is a guy kind of on the come up going in his second year. Is he better than like a Javen James who played in 800 snaps at Mississippi? I don't know. I mean, maybe, to be honest. You have the guards up for grabs. You have like Will Sanders who played in 250 snaps going against like Ethan Fields who played like 50 at Ole Miss. You have wild cards like Ty Haywood, Nick Brooks, guys who are brought in but still young, right? Only entering their second year. So, a lot of question marks there. Well, I feel that we got guys. And then you also have Adrian Clem, a new offensive line coach, right? Chris G, good luck cutting that grass, bro. See, I know, Daniel, a lot of people can't. People just can't erase that. People aren't going to just forget that. You can't. It's going to be like stuck in. It's basically, it's worse than the Florida State loss, right? J. Cole, what's up, man? J. Cole's been one of our strong spiritual leaders lately. He says, people say we got to give DeBoer more time. How much time are we going to give him? How much time we got to give him, Kyle? He got the guy. The thing is, this year, we're going to be able to have a lot more data points. Someone mentioned the buyout is still large after year 3. I think year 3 is kind of, do we make a change? I think after this year, we'll be able to like finally assess it. And I'm glad that they didn't do anything drastic after year 1 or year 2. I probably would have just been like fan reactionary, like, getting caught in emotions. But the better thing was to kind of let this continue to develop. You can't rush this, right? Florida State thought they were going to get rid of Norvell. They still have him, right? I'm with you, Rocket Town. I think about that every day. Seriously, I do. I can't get past it. Miss Crystal Jones says the NCAA selection committee said that they won't punish Alabama for Bediako. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, and I think that is what Nate Oates said kind of going in. That's why he felt confident playing, and I'm glad that they're sticking to that. Can you imagine if they had to, vacate those 5 games or whatever, it was 5 games? I don't know where that would have put them. They probably would have been like a, 9 seed or something like that, 8 or 9 seed. I'm telling you, though, it is going to be really fun for the basketball tournament on those watch-alongs. Though that's going to be our saving grace in March. Patronic says, who else do we hire? I don't know. Do we have more spots to hire? Probably like more analysts and stuff like that. They have such a big staff. God. I mean, because they have, if you've ever like looked at Alabama's like entire staff and like all the trainers that they have, I mean, it's an organization for sure. I'd probably say there's at least, close to 100 people behind the scenes. You have like your normal coaches, and then they all have like 3 or 4 assistants. All the it's remarkable how they run all that. Oh, thanks, Miss Crystal. Yeah, I think I saw that yesterday as well. J. Cole says, Kyle, do you think we got good wide receiver group? Oh, I think we want to think that. I mean, but every time I post about Ryan Williams, people aren't going to believe it until he plays. Seriously. You could hear me say stuff. It falls on deaf ears because people are like, yo, I'm not going to believe it until I see it. Lazier Brooks, right? They have faith in him. And then besides that, who else? Like Rico Scott, we didn't really do much last year because he didn't give him the football. Noah Rogers, are you excited about him? Yeah. He looks twitchy, but is it going to translate? He wasn't here. Sadarian Morgan just got here. Derek Meadows, people are like, yeah, he's going to be the best receiver. He played 59 snaps last year, right? Tyler Henderson, that guy looks really good. We've had junior college guys come here before and not do anything. Remember Malik Benson? Right? So we've had guys come here that looked the part and then just do nothing. Dirty South says, Ryan has a million distractions. Yeah. Yeah, he's got a lot going on for sure. Jarvis says, I think the fact that Hollywood is now engaged, he'll lock in. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Like I said, this is a contract year for Ryan, right? Like 100%. This is a contract year. Because if Ryan has the year that I'm hoping and that you're hoping he has, come on, everybody wants to see him do good. He'll be, I would imagine, he could be a first-round draft pick, right? Like I'm gonna be shocked if like the Ryan Williams story like ends like in a bad way. I still think he has so much ceiling, and I think I don't know if I'm caught in like a Disney World movie to where I see Ryan Williams having a great season and going on to the NFL. I guess the other way you could be like, yo, he's gonna have a bad season and then that's it. You could look at it a million different ways. He has a bad season and then transfers somewhere else. I don't know. But yeah, engaged. I have no idea when they'll be married or whatever. I'm watching a hockey game now. Do they allow fighting in Olympic hockey? Does anybody remember Blades of Steel? Blades of Steel was probably one of the best video games ever made. I don't know if you guys remember this, but Blades of Steel was like unbelievable. Patronic doesn't have him on his draft board for first round. No. Rocket Time, what's up, dog? How you doing, man? He has all the incentive to have a great season, right? So you guys aren't feeling Ryan. Oh, are you guys saying no to fighting in hockey? Why don't they allow fighting in the Will Hino says, no, I'm just saying because I don't know. Can you imagine, like, because it would be interesting, I'm like, because I want to get into hockey. I need a hockey team, to be honest. I'm thinking about starting to follow the Predators just because, proximity, Saban owns the team, all that sort of stuff. And not that hockey is just about fighting, but can you imagine, like, Canada and Finland? Like, these are two countries we're talking about fighting, right? I don't know. Do you guys have a hockey team? Because even over here, Bama has a hockey team that's good. Yeah, international. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, Bama boy, what's up, man? Appreciate you, bro. Who has the better season, Ryan Williams or Lazier Brooks? Great question. I'm gonna say Ryan Williams. I think that I would feel. I think that each of those guys, like, we got to have a guy go 1,000 yards this year. Like, I would be shocked if we don't have 1,000-yard guy. We have to. Maybe close to 2. I could see, like, Ryan with, like, 1,100 and, like, Lazier with, like, 850 or something like that. I think the way that they utilize those guys will show us a lot, but I would say probably Ryan. But I think Lottie's going to be right there. I think that's kind of your 1-2 combo. And the third or fourth guy, that's probably the harder question for me. Like, if you were to ask me who's going to be the third or fourth wide receiver, I don't know. I'm kind of saying Noah Rogers right now, but I don't want to forget Rico Scott. And then I think it got a little bit more crowded with Tyler Henderson joining, right? I don't know. I'm going to be heavy on Ryan, fam. That's just kind of how I'm going to go. But I mean, look, if he falls off, if he can't get it done, then I'll take accountability and I'll say that there needs to be other wide receivers stepping in. I mean, that the most important thing that you can do if you're Derek Nix is make sure to play the best wide receiver fit for the job. It doesn't matter who has the highest NIL or whatever. You have to play the best player. And by the end of the season last year, I felt that Lazier Brooks was the best wide receiver on the team. Jarvis, what's up, dog? I appreciate it, man. He says, keep up the great work. Love all you do. The content, the grind, consistency bring daily. No, man, I appreciate it. Yeah, this is, it's kind of like we're in the Sahara Desert, right? And we're just, like, trying to get to the next point. But that's how it is. That's the space that we're at. So just got to stay the process, right? It's like you just have to continue. You one step, you just, that's it, right? See, okay, so some people are and thank you so much, Jarvis. I appreciate it. So does anybody? No one has a hockey team. Who do you guys follow? That's a good question. Like, if you're in the Southeast, what's the hockey team here? It's got to be the Predators, right? But maybe not because they're relatively new. I don't know. See, Dano, I think so too, man. Lazier was definitely misused. The only time that we used him correctly was against, like, Oklahoma. See, in Patriotic, there's a lot of people that feel like Patriotic. Like, Patriotic is hoping that Ryan has a good season, but to him, he's no hands Hollywood, right? I know, I get that. Somebody brought up a really good question inside, or a point the other day. They were like, you know what? Are you living on Ryan Williams from 2024 or from, 2025? Yo, seriously, bro. Right, Jarvis? We had no deep ball. We had no how about just explosive plays? You want to really watch explosive plays? Go watch 2020 Alabama's team. I'm serious. Like, next time you're on your lunch break or whatever, and you just have, like, some time to watch highlights, just type in Alabama football highlights 2020. It's crazy. Everything was an explosive play. running backs, receivers. Everything was explosive. Last year, we had no explosive plays. We did, obviously, but not a lot. Like, I don't know if we had 10. Okay, so we got men's hockey. We got Canada and Finland. That's right now. And then I guess at 2 after this, we got the United States and Slovakia. The United States is a 2 seed. Man, wouldn't it be crazy if the United States beats Canada in both women's and men's? Okay, so from like the Avalanche, okay, Hurricanes. Right now we have Finland up 2-1. Wow, in the second. All right, fam. Okay, well, I appreciate you guys kicking it with me today on the show. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thanks for the super chats, Anna and Jarvis. I think we had another one in there. Gelato, remember, you won that hoodie, man, so hit me up. I appreciate it. And I'll be back, as news happens or different types of videos throughout the day. You can also catch me on the Facebook channel and news as it happens. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Friday. Feel Good Friday. Thanks again, Broderick, for rolling out this morning to come work out. That was good, man. We put in the work 100%. And, we'll take it as it comes. But I appreciate you guys. I love you guys so much. Thanks for calling into the program. And we'll catch you next time. All right. From beautiful Tuscaloosa, Alabama.